Celebrity, true or false?
You can't handle the truth.
All right, it's that simple. That's the setup. That's the setup,
That's
Bill.
the setup.
That's all we got. We have no fireworks
Did
here.
he say you can't handle the truth?
That's it right there.
I believe in that.
Okay, here we go. So, true or false, Bill Pullman, when promoting Independence Day in South America, some people actually thought you were the real president of the United States. Is that true or false?
Well, I think that they hadn't seen the movie yet, and they were told that I was the president of the United States.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you lose the word in the movie, you know, or those words, it just becomes you're the president of the United States, and it kicked in some really interesting things, and probably the most bizarre was they had kind of cigarette girls that were with little pillbox hats and short skirts and everything, and they walked down the red carpet with me, and I think I got that because I didn't know that presidents get that. I thought that's a good deal, and I think it was because they thought I was the president. I don't know, maybe. But there was that feeling. It was a good period, and then after people saw the movie, they realized you're not the real president.
Is it true that scene with you with the bullhorn and rallying the troops to fight the aliens, that was one take, one and done?
No, that's not true.
That's not true.
Not true. Yeah, I had never heard that.
That's a true.
That's out there.
Is that exactly what we were talking about? Right?
Yeah, Bill. We've heard that you were just so into it, and everyone was just so caught up in the moment of the speech. There was one take, and they just had to reshoot kind of people's reactions.
Oh man. Well, we did have to go fast, and it was late it was early morning when we did it. You know, it was like 3 or 4 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're dealing with a director like Roland Emmerich, you got masters, you got, you know, all that. I think what was really improvisational about it was kept, you know, and I realized that they probably used those early takes because, like, when the microphone didn't work and I had to kind of tap it and everything, that was kind of real.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was all, you know, happening, but I think I had a few whacks at it. You know, you have to be ready to sustain. I love the mythology of I did it in one take.
Yes. Well, I like to refer to as one take Richie. That's the way I refer to myself sometimes on this show. Why not? So that is the mythology of it, I guess. And so is it also true that you're asked as Bill Pullman to be the president of the United States again, and that voice, and just do all sorts of crazy stuff? Is that true as well? You're asked to that all the time.
It's there's just it's somehow buried in people, but then you realize maybe they want me to go, I don't need to do that, but do you know the speech? And then they'll perform the whole speech for you.
Is that right?
Yeah. I've had that probably 10 times, you know, where I've actually said, do you know? I had some inkling, you know, and yeah, I had to do it for and they were hoping that I would get to see them do it, you know, which is, I like that better than me having to, you want me to do the speech now?
Because it's that good.
Am I a dog with a bone?
It's that good. It is that good. You know,
it
like,
was.
You rallied the troops against the aliens. You saved the planet.
That's right, right.
I mean, do you want me to do it right now? I mean, I could do it right now.
Can you really do it right now?
I have the text.
Okay, no.
Oh,
That's not
man.
the same. That's not the same. You can't Google it with Bill Pullman sitting here,
It's
Chris.
too late. I've already.
All right. Here's the next one. True or false, Bill Pullman, you still have the jacket you wore in while you were sleeping. Is that true or false?
That is true.
Where's the jacket?
It would imply it's not that. Is it that jacket? No, it's
it's
a reversible jacket, and it has denim on one side and a kind of a tan on the other. So I don't want you to get the feeling, Rich, that I have a lot of stuff from my movies in my house.
That's
you know,
okay.
that would be a little weird, but I do have probably more than a normal person does. But I do. For some reason, I was always digging the reversible idea. You know, of jackets and clothes and stuff. It's gone out of fashion, I think.
So you kept it not for some sort of, I guess, memento keepsake, but you kind of like the jacket.
It's in the closet. It becomes nobody sees me wearing it and goes, is that from What? What?
So you
They
stole
never
it.
catch on.
You stole it while Wardrobe was sleeping, or they knew that you took it?
That's
Is
right.
that
Well,
what was it?
Disney was a little more free with them with their goods in those days. You know, it was Buena Vista, which owned by Disney, I guess, but it was
Right.
Yeah, I made off with it, which was really good. I did. You know, Turtle Top is. I love that you
know
are
him.
friends with him.
Yes.
He's one of the great people and directors.
I agree. And
Yeah.
just my wife, when I told her you were going to be on this show, that's the first movie that blurted out of her mouth. She will watch. That's a rewatchable for her.
Yeah.
All the time. I've seen that movie a lot on the TV. I'm like, again, you know, like that's
Yeah.
That's what happens in my house a lot.
I wonder if John watches it again.
I think if John's wondering anything, he's where the hell did that reversible jacket go?
I know.
I wanted it for, you know, I wanted it for, you know, National Treasure, and we couldn't use it because, you know, it's pretty cool, man. So, are you surprised about the staying power of that film for you, Bill?
Yeah, that was really not, you know, I think even John said it on the last day of the shoot, you know, he said, I don't know whether anybody's ever going to see, if this movie goes away, you know, and, but I want to say that it's been really significant for me, and this experience has been significant for me, and I appreciate that we had this time together. And so, you know, I think that was, because I think it was largely his contribution, because I remember a few people out of the side of their mouth said, this is a TV script, you know, that it was somehow too pleasant, you know, too friendly in some way. But I don't think they realized there's something in the DNA of it that is classic, you know, and definitely that Sandy is so fantastic, and I'm so lucky to get paired with Jack Warden and, you know, all these
Peter Boyle.
Peter Boyle.
I mean, speaking of Young Frankenstein, I mean, that's Young Frankenstein. That's Peter Boyle.
Yeah.
Sure.
I went on to do a couple movies with him. Yeah. Just so great. And so graceful, and all those guys were. And so I always think of them as my ancestors in a way.
Pretty cool, man. A couple of Spaceballs questions. True or false, it was rumored that Mel Brooks wanted you and Daphne Zuniga to get back together and do a sequel. Is that true?
Well, you know, he put it in the movie. You know, this is for Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
I forgot about that. So
he's, you know, that's deep philosophy, you know, that
right.
Let's name it. We need more money. But I think, yeah, would certainly be great. But I think you know, it's hard without Candy, and you know.
Of course, and that was the other question. Is it true that he ad-libbed his famous line of "That's going to leave a mark"? Is that true?
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that? Did he ad-lib that, or was that in the script?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I use that still today. My friends and I still use that.
But
today.
it's a quintessential John Candy. It's so off the cuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's so gentle humor. You know, it's not banging you over your head. It's just like, and he was a special. You know, he danced with comedy as just this lightest, graceful thing.
A sweetheart, right? I never obviously was ever around him. What was that like to be around him?
Yeah, it was just it was my second movie, and he saw me as a guy in need, and he took me under his wing.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, it was on the lot of the MGM lot, one of the last movies that was made on that lot when it was still MGM, and you know, busy, and I was off the farm practically in his eyes. You know, he saw it, and but he would he'd say, "Come on, you want to go? You want to have lunch in my trailer?" You know, and things like that. And are you happy? You know, what's going on? You know, so he looked out for me.
That's so cool. And you got that gig out of Ruthless People, right? Is that how it worked? You were Ruthless People, and then
well, Mel said he tried to get a Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, and he couldn't get a Tom, so he got a Bill, which I think always amused him. You know, in other words, you're from nowhere, man, and I was really from nowhere. Right. And he and Anne Bancroft came down to see me in a play. You know, they saw me in this weird, abstract Barabbas, this medieval passion play kind of thing. They had a lot to say about it, you know. And, yeah, it was really a special thing that yanked me out of the farm league.
No kidding.
See, I know a little about sports.
Nancy, come on, Bill. Come on. you know what you know. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.